What do you need from me?
Let's be blatantly clear for a second.
Wait, are we recording now?
Yeah. Your ass told me once that I should. You told my ignorant.
Should have CBD.
Yeah, it's CBD. It's like it's these things right here. It's like from a local, thing. So, but your ignorant ass told me.
Yeah.
Quote. When I was complaining about the fact that before my current girlfriend, I didn't bust a nut during sex.
Oh, weird.
You told me that because I don't, should go do porn.
Well, yeah, that's exactly what they need, because they tell you in the beginning of the shoot, yo, this is going to be a 5-hour porn shoot. We need you to come 3 times throughout the whole thing. Do you think you can do it? Here's $500. That's how they do it. Dog. Exactly. Exactly. You can't make that shit up. That was perfect. If you ain't coming like that, they don't need you, bro.
You know what? Fuck you. You still suck at darts.
Well, I mean, if you're looking at your average acting job,
Says the one who got 10 in a round, my nigga. Yeah, you got high too. Blah blah blah.
Well, guess what?
But
I wasn't fucking trying in that last round. Last I checked, I didn't have to try because y'all were so fucking far behind. I didn't have to do shit.
If Jaquan,
I'm saying I'm good. Yeah.
If Jaquan didn't fucking, I don't know, go for like 3 points a round, we might have won. But then again, that's exactly what the fuck this nigga did at times. So I don't know what to tell y'all.
I haven't done darts in a while.
Who the fuck was that guy we were playing pool with?
Bro, I don't know, but he was pretty
That was
cool.
a kind soul.
I fuck with him. I just started talking to him. I was like, yo, I got no idea how to play pool, but like my friend Evan brought us back here. He told us there's cool pool tables. We just wanted to know if we could grab a game. He was like, oh yeah, like y'all play.
He was mad chill.
Yeah. And I was like, I don't play for shit.
And then my sister called me to just complain about the emotional unavailability of our father.
Are we sure we should be releasing this podcast, bro?
It's live. This is a live stream.
Oh, okay. Well, hey everybody who's watching. This shit's out. The CBD shit ain't even getting me high. But this shit's on the same. Nigga, do you hear me? Am I talking Spanish? Am I over here speaking Japanese, bro? Nothing got against the Asian people or the Asian hate that's going on in the communities. That's really fucked up. Y'all should stop doing that. But anyway.
Dun 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 dun.
You make my fucking position harder than that. Anyway, here, put this shit on the table. So. Bro, so what's going on in the news?
What is going on? In what realm?
In fucked up politics, world history, and all fucking.
The corporates on the hill keep fucking us over, but Biden, for some reason, at least in both some of his executive orders and rhetoric, it's going a little left, going a little further left.
Yeah, but we're talking about motherfucking a snail in office. Like, for real. That nigga kind of looks like a snail. Anyway, he's not gonna be motherfucking consistent on these companies, bro. I'll give you a perfect example.
Go ahead.
Wait. I'll give you a perfect example. You on a farm, right? You get paid millions of dollars from the motherfucking...
Not anymore.
Not anymore. You used to get paid millions of dollars.
Farms are insolvent.
Federal farm for the government. Nowadays, it's all private farms, and unless you're really, really big, you get fucked over whenever your farm equipment needs motherfucking repairs. But then guess
the right
what?
to repair shit.
Hold on, wait. But then guess what? Out of nowhere, these big ass fucking companies like John Deere and whatever fucking other farming companies there are say you can't bring it down to your local auto shop and have the guy repair it, even if he knows exactly what he's doing, because we'll sue you or we won't cover the warranty or whatever the case. Like, it's really It's not even sanctions, bro. It's against the American people. It's an American.
Meanwhile, you know what the funniest part is?
American people.
They say they worry that, like, the car will short circuit and catch on fire. Or the tractor will short circuit and catch on fire. But guess what? The only ones in the news that have caught fire are the fucking ones that were serviced at John Deere service centers.
Yeah, exactly. And there's also a monopoly on motherfucking hearing aid companies. So you can only buy hearing aids from like a select few number of companies. And what Biden is proposing is that he wants to like decentralize it, make it more of a competition-based system, because he's going to try and make it over the counter. You can make it over the counter, but unless you actually do like antitrust bust FDR type shit, or Theodore Roosevelt type shit, it's going to stay the exact same, the same price in the market. Nothing's going to change. Manufacturers are still...
ExxonMobil is currently a third of the size of what Standard was.
Exactly, bro.
They're about 4 or 5 more mergers away from like having almost a monopoly on oil in America again.
But like, it's insane. Nobody really talks about this shit. You know what I found out that's interesting though? Like, before we come back to this topic? Akon, in his mansion, right, built his own fucking gas pump. That's all I wanted to say.
That's crazy, honestly.
Alright, but say what you wanted to say about the
what?
The farming equipment. Or the hearing aids, whichever.
I just wanted to say real quick.
Yeah.
To have your own oil reserve.
Bro, right? That's what I'm saying. That's some...
Did y'all hear Biz Marquis died?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did hear about that.
Yeah, bro. I was at the drag show when I saw it. Like I was like, Mariah was getting literally like her feeling up her girlfriend, drinking, smoke, like all she good. And I showed her, she's like, and like it's gaping fish. She's like, what the fuck, bro? And here's the thing: we were surrounded by like white people, so it's like she couldn't even like go like what the fuck properly.
Bro, I think I'm out a little bit. But anyway, yeah, that's crazy. I can't believe it. Like, does anybody know where he died from?
It was like a heart attack or something. I don't know.
Damn. How old was he? Like 57?
I think it was in like his like late 40s, early 50s.
Nah, I thought he was 57. I'm gonna look this shit up.
You got what I need. And you say he's just a friend.
Bro, it is 12 in the morning. Yeah, he died at 57.
That's a shame.
Yeah, supposedly there's a theory going around that black men who are famous aren't living past 50. So they're like saying a whole bunch of people who didn't live past 50. I don't know. I'm not saying I believe it. I'm just putting the free thinking economy out there. Critical thinking of my world. You know, all that shit the fucking English teachers talked about.
So you're saying you're not saying it's a conspiracy.
Let's just say that
you're just putting the information out there.
Let's just say that there's some men and there's some women that don't deserve to be happily married.
That takes a lot of people out from being married.
Yeah.
Marriage is only honestly, and this is controversial. Marriage is only for a very small subsect of the population.
I wouldn't say it's for a small subset. I think
like,
it's
like the idea of like a traditional marriage, monogamy, partnership, lifelong partnership, like that stuff is separate.
Yeah.
You can have monogamy. You can have a long-term relationship without marriage and the expectations and sometimes stigma that can come with it.
I don't know. I think people are still getting married. Like, yeah, it's gone down compared to other years, and most marriages don't work out.
Right.
But the American people and most of the world has been brainwashed into thinking that marriage is the only thing you could prove as a relationship becoming more serious than just going out. And say what you want about it, but like,
I think big financial decisions made in joint is a good thing. Is a thing.
But like, you could do that in a business account, and you get better APY percentages from banks.
True.
It's fucked, but it's the truth, bro.
Did you hear that Wells Fargo closed personal lines of credit?
Bro, all fucking personal lines of credit. They said, yo, you got a personal loan? Fuck your credit score. I don't care. Here. Goodbye.
I sold all my stock.
Bro, yeah, because that shit is going down. And then
I was up. I was up probably $20.
Check it now. Check it right now.
Oh no, I sold that when I was up 20 and I cut it.
I know. I want to know what's their stock price. I bet.
Wells Fargo.
Yep.
Fargo.
Stock
price. Stock. It is down over last month. It's up 1%. It's up $1.
$1? Okay. Do me a favor. Show me the 3 1 year mark.
The 1 year to date?
Yeah.
Year to date is up 14.
Up 14. Wow.
Up 19 in the past year.
That's crazy.
Total. And yet down $4 in the past 5 years.
Yeah, so if we're talking about, depending on the way you invest in stocks, if we're talking about if you throw shit into a stock, you don't really move it around, you have faith that it's eventually going to go up, you still going to fall. It ain't even, there's such a hard path for the American person nowadays to buy a house.
That's the thing.
Acquire fucking actual wealth or moving up the ladder.
Everything is a risk assessment.
Huh?
Risk assessment.
But I'm saying, like, if you take a look at a lot of these companies, there's only like 5 or 10 that every single year you know it's going to go up. And if you look back at it after like 10, 20 years, you're going to be up maybe $50 on the highest end. So, like, you'll make money. It'll be a lot of money depending on how much you invest.
Well, the goal, the thing is for people like us, the goal of it is not like every year. It's what it's going to be in the next 40 years.
Yeah. When you're lying on your fucking deathbed, gasping for air from an oxygen tank.
40 years from now, you're 21, right?
No, I'm saying that
you're gonna be in your 60s. You won't even be old enough to qualify for Social Security yet.
Bro,
40 years from now.
I hate to say it, in 40 years, that's not going to be the case.
Not unless we change something drastically.
They're going to move it down. Like, I foresee that shit. And I don't know if Republican and Democrats are going to be on the same position as they were. But, like, there will be a period in this country when we become more liberal than we are now. But it's strictly in policy. If we continue to go liberal in fucking society and everything like that, we're gonna crash and burn. There's probably gonna really be like not a race war and not a like civil war, but like,
I sometimes forget that you're more culturally conservative.
Like, yeah, it's a certain degree that it's gonna go that people are gonna really demand change one way or another.
So Jaquan, what's your opinion? You know, I'm not going to do that. You're going to get in trouble. I'll say that you're going to get in trouble. Why the fuck was Jennifer Depends at... What the fuck is her last name?
Depends.
That's what it is.
T-pads, bro. That's disrespectful.
What? Dude, you know... You think that's disrespectful? Like... When did she get a double chin?
Who is this?
Someone we went to high school with.
Oh, okay.
She was kind of cliquey and not someone I liked that at least. I just kind of put her in that slot with like Bryce Fender and Celine Ortiz and what the fuck. Not to say she's a bad person, but it's just like somebody who just didn't really treat me with dignity or respect. Why was she there?
That's a writer.
Okay.
Yeah.
My bad. I didn't mean to insult your friend. My bad.
Everybody's.
I'm never going to be able to have James on any of these podcasts. so fucking against it.
I can't even. But yeah, no, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I'm not gonna hold anybody from their own. As long as you don't show beef at my event.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where did I put the basketball?
Wait, let me ask you a question about something. If somebody has been talking shit about you your whole entire life, right? So like for whatever reason y'all been in contact, and then like before you die,
We're
like
back.
20 years before you die and shit, y'all stop talking, right? And then they show up to your funeral. You wouldn't want somebody to go up to him and be like, "Hey, motherfucker, like you didn't talk to him for X amount of years before he even passed. Like, why the fuck are you here?" Like,
I'm gone from this plane of existence.
bro, but
I
I'm
don't
saying,
care.
I'm saying, like, you wouldn't want that
To-
to happen. What if that happened to like a family member of yours or something? You
To
just
be
saw
fair,
them,
I can't even.
like,
Really. It's not even that even flat. Well, no, it is kind of flat, but it's not that flat. Yeah, you can.
That's a great
You
story.
hit it. It hits that flat bing sound, just like the ankle.
we'll get
He can
to
tell you
this
the
in a
story.
sec.
Yeah.
We'll get to this in a sec.
Suck my dick from the back.
But Evan, what do you feel about this?
About what?
Okay, so
But-
let me
So,
explain it.
yeah,
and you
go
can
Cliff
ahead.
notes.
Yeah.
Cliff notes.
give your answer. Long story short, let's say you and somebody were kind of friends, but he was always kind of a dick or an asshole, right? And then, like 20 years before you pass away, y'all stop talking, y'all have a big fallout, you guys never make up and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
If they showed up to your funeral, you wouldn't want me to say something along the lines like, "Why the fuck are you here?" Like, you and him were not cool, y'all did not talk, you disrespected
Well,
him.
the thing is
What the
that
fuck?
if I hadn't talked to you in 20 years, you're not gonna fucking know where the fuck the funeral's gonna be.
No, I'm just saying, if like you're, let's say you're
Here's the
somebody,
thing, if
say, wait, time out. Let's say you're somebody who...
is that what you said?
No,
No,
I was like, I was.
He was like, "I don't give a fuck, I'm
Yeah,
off
it's
this
like,
plane."
yeah, and it's like,
But like, no, I think a piece of you...
I like kind of low key like would want like my funeral to be like laden with drama where people are wilding out and shit. It's just like
Oh, I hope
Yeah.
you know, I'm paying somebody to be in a dark trench coat, especially if it's fucking raining, just holding a black umbrella, smoking under it and
I
shit.
can't.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's gotta happen.
but
I just want my family to think, like, who the fuck is this dude?
I'm the kind of person that I feel as though I don't see hate as necessary. I don't hate anyone. I might dislike you or despise you or whatever, but at the end of the day, I'm not gonna put that much energy out to be like, so if
I only actively
But, like-
hate one person on the planet at any one time.
I don't hate anybody, 'cause I'm not gonna, if I dislike you that much,
Like
I'm not gonna spend my time to actively be like,
well, here's the thing.
at
Like,
the end of the, like,
if I hate you, that means it's a fight on site. Like,
yes,
like
bro, that's what I'm
on site.
talking about.
And there's only one person on the planet, and I made a rule with myself so I don't get consumed by petty bullshit. This was back at like all the way in fucking middle school. I only ever hate one person at any one time. And then my bloodfather filled that spot, and it's been there ever since. With the exception of like the last 6 months of Trump's term, where he was briefly replaced by Mitch McConnell.
Yeah, okay.
Interesting.
When we eat the rich, I'm turning that motherfucker into Toodle Soup.
I don't know, bro, just don't
Hey,
eat the
Franklin!
brain. Just don't eat the brain, bro.
Papa's hungry!
Well, since they say pork is the closest thing to human flesh, I'm gonna just stick to pork.
I thought fish. I thought there's a Japanese cannibal. It tastes like tuna.
I got no idea. Chicken of the sea.
Human flesh is actually one of the most risky foods to eat.
Well, it's illegal in every way to obtain it, but the actual act of eating it is not. So if you get served human flesh, for whatever reason, like they have done in history, you aren't
Culpable.
liable at all.
Like that's enough of a punishment.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Well,
Maybe you know the
for the
story.
average person, it's traumatizing, but for that one person that's like, food is food, it's just like, this is a weird experience. I disliked it, but at the end of the day,
I'm still gonna eat gumbo,
yeah.
even though this one time I found a tooth in it.
Yes.
But I'm saying like some Hannibal Lecter type shit. Like that nigga cooks it in some
It
extravagant and important ways. Like some Gordon Ramsay type shit. If he was cooking human
Chinese
flesh,
kidneys.
I'm just asking. No. Listen. I'm just asking. If you had a meal made by Gordon Ramsay, but it was only human flesh, but prepared in the best way possible, you couldn't even tell, would you eat it? I don't know.
If I knew it was human flesh, no. Second, I probably wouldn't go to let Gordon Ramsay cook for me. His restaurants get shitty reviews anyways.
Well, somebody who's like really good, some Guy Fieri type shit. I feel like Guy Fieri cooks really good. I bet it's American as fuck, but like, I bet
It's
that
better.
shit tastes
Yo, can we talk about Guy Fieri for a second?
good. Yes, bro.
Bro,
his
this-
seasoning is fire. The rib seasoning he sells, that shit's
Well, here's the
great.
thing. Here's the thing. He's such a fucking like in the weeds kind of guy of workers and shit. Like he fucking set up his own like fucking like workers fund that he put a bunch of money into and asked people to donate to as well, as like kind of like as like an extra unemployment fund for like waitresses and wait staff and line cooks and shit at restaurants that he featured on his show.
That's cool.
Like he's the like say what you will about Guy Fieri being a fucking unit of a character. He's a real one.
Yeah.
He's fucking legit. It's like Gordon Ramsay in a sense. Like Gordon Ramsay like legit like runs his like he's like them like but even more so because Guy Fieri has a heart.
Yeah, exactly.
And yet my aunt hates him because she thinks he's annoying.
I mean, do you know when he came to Delaware and he passed through Farmer and the Cow?
I knew that, and I also know he went up to like this other like pizza joint up in what the fuck. Here's the thing though.
Sorry, right quick. Could you imagine if there was a place in Delaware just called WTF? Delaware.
Bro, it would be Delaware. If it was anywhere else,
In the middle of nowhere,
yeah,
too.
Exactly.
Yo, you know what I'm gonna do? I want to buy a bunch of fucking land on the border of Middletown and whatever freaking else county. I'm gonna have a road there, and I'm gonna petition the state to make it an independent area. And call it what the fuck.
What the fuck, Steve?
Like just like what the fuck, Delaware? Like or better yet, I'm gonna buy some area down in Smyrna and do the same thing and name it Bumblefuck. Bumblefuck Delaware. Actual Bumblefuck Delaware.
It's not a place already. I swear I've been
I'm
there
pretty
a few
sure it
times.
is a place.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm so upset that Delaware is really a place that no fun whatsoever happens in. Like, let me just be the
Oh,
first
we
one
got
to
fun.
tell you.
We have, here's the thing.
If you're not over 21,
It sucks.
you can't go to any bar, any
So-
hookah lounge, any
Whoa.
fucking place after 10
Whoa.
o'clock.
Well, you make your own fun at that
Everything-
point.
Whoa.
Everything is motherfucking closed at 10 o'clock. I'm saying structured places that don't necessarily include you going and get fucked up.
To be fair,
Uh,
where's your imagination?
Exactly.
no, I'm saying.
He's a partier. He does illicit
Yeah,
drugs
nah,
and
I
drinks.
feel you. No, I'm like to each their own, but like
I remember you used to like you and your friends used to like steal shit randomly in Wilmington and walking around.
Just the
Back
petty
before you had a
things.
child and responsibilities.
just the petty things.
Yeah, bro. This shit.
Yo,
Five-finger
this
kick out.
ignorant cocksucker stole a just open but used a little bit bag of charcoal that somebody bought. Like not even like a thing that like people like oh they neglect it. Like he was using it. Like he just got it and was using it.
I wasn't using it. Someone else was using it.
And this motherfucker had the audacity.
I don't even know. I don't even think I grabbed it, to be honest. It was just my group. And the one person, he who shall not be named,
Eddie.
He who shall not be named.
It was Eddie, wasn't it? Yo,
He who shall not be named.
bro. We don't claim Eddie anymore.
He who is. I claim Eddie. He's cool with me.
He's a good people.
He's
Like,
good
he did
people.
dumb shit. He did dumb.
We all do dumb stuff.
You want to tell the story?
Nope. That is private.
Fine.
Speaking of stories, we should get to this spot.
Click clack. Is how the ankles crack.
Who wants to tell the story?
You tell the story.
I'll tell the story.
That was your experience.
God damn it. I wish James was here. He tells it better than me.
Foretelling. Even the nurse laughed.
Damn.
Okay. Fuck. Alright. So, here's the story. It's 2015. Me and him are seniors in high school.
Okay.
We're playing Knockout because our gym teacher couldn't give a fuck.
Yeah, okay. What grade were y'all in? Just give me a...
Seniors.
Y'all were seniors in gym?
We had strength and
Strength
conditioning.
is what
It's kind of only required 2 years. We my parents didn't want me to be a fat ass, so
Well,
they put me in strength and conditioning
To
twice.
be fair,
Oh, y'all
you
were
didn't
good.
have to take it. It was honestly just to fill up the slot.
I got you.
Yeah, so it was either fill up the slot or have a free period and leave early, but that's only if you have your own transportation and you're 18 and able to sign yourself out because you're technically an adult.
Oh, no, you're always getting out of school early at 17.
Well, I mean,
You lying motherfucker.
No, bro.
no, some
Junior,
schools,
senior
yeah,
year,
but the
if you had a free period for the end of the day, or the
they'll let
beginning
you
of the
early.
day, oh, we don't give a fuck. You don't have
You
to...
went to AI. You went to AI though.
Listen real quick. This is pre-mass school shootings. You gotta remember that.
No, this was smack dab in the middle, bro.
Oh, it was in the middle?
Yeah,
Well,
we
I
gave
guess-
speeches about school shootings.
Yeah, that's why
Jeez.
it was AI. AI DuPont High School don't give a shit. Fair enough, but
I don't
regardless.
Yeah.
So,
I'm after you, bro.
Oh, yeah,
Gotta
you're
remember
right.
that.
yo,
I
let me
forget.
just say this. I found out Wolford? Male Wolford? Remember when they said that he left his family to be with Miller and shit?
In respect to Hamilton, I cannot.
Apparently,
I
that was
cannot
not a new occurrence for him.
entertain speculation.
Bro, there's one
Bro.
regulation.
I found out, dude, okay, hear me out. My friend Dan, who's been on the high soapbox, who was the first person to ever be on it, had Wolford as a gym teacher. When Wolford was an early, or like an old gym, like used to be when he was a new gym teacher. When I tell you this man was a fuckboy.
I mean,
Bro,
sometimes...
Marsh, and I found out also from a guy that works at Mary's Country Kitchen, who's like the guy who kept the shit running and running smooth. Marsh doesn't even know that shit. He does it, dude. They literally had to prevent him from buying shit in the commissary thing because he would never pay it back. He would just take the shit out of the store and just get it for himself. Bro, he legit went on a multi-week fucking trip with some waitress from the fucking store while he's married. And he like woke up drunk in the garage, vomit all over himself, threw on a new sweatshirt, and went to go teach fucking middle school gym class.
Jesus.
That's
something you don't hear about.
some Rick and Morty type stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Yo, he's wild. He's like a bear. I always wondered why is he so cool? Because he's a barely functioning alcoholic.
Nah, he's just an explorer.
And the other gym teacher, Miller, was a bitch. You know him, right?
sometimes you just gotta feel that team spirit.
She literally made people. She literally even forced everybody in the class to learn squats properly because Josh was being a dickhead. Our friend Josh would do squats, but he put his hands together and act like a raptor and do it repeatedly. And she drove her so nuts that she literally lined everybody the fuck up.
Well, to be fair, it was Raptor, Halo teabag, because you gotta be holding the gun.
And he would say the word thrust at the same time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the more the at the beginning of class, some people different people have to do the work, the warm up exercises or warm up stretches, and it's pelvic thrust is one of them. So while he's doing the thrust, he literally goes full on what's the guy's name from Hunter x Hunter?
Something with an H. Hisoka, I think it was.
Hisoka. He goes full Hisoka with the schween. It's all verbalized. Just thrust. And you're just like, okay. And yes, I'm his partner. So I'm just like,
and that man is now engaged to Michaela Duffy's sister, and a Republican in New
they're
York.
engaged?
Yeah, apparently. I don't know.
Cool. Congrats.
And now he's apparently he's now a Trump style conservative in New York, complaining about taxes, but he chose to live in New York.
Yeah, man, New York's a wild place.
Yeah, if you don't want to pay taxes, move to fucking Virginia. Like, what the fuck, bro?
If you need stuff, go to Canal Street. They got everything.
All right, but we got off topic. So back to the thing.
Yeah.
So it's high school senior year, 2015, graduation. It's looming. It's fucking spring at this point. We're playing strength and conditioning because teacher doesn't give a fuck. We finished our workouts. We started playing knockout. You know how knockout works. 2 balls per set, blah, 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 whatever. My buddy, our friend Nick Bay is behind me. I shoot first. I miss because of course white boy can't ball. And then I'm trying to block him a little bit while trying to get the ball up, and I literally just go, I cross over, slap my ankle, and it wasn't even like, and it was just like it was like a pathetic slow fall, and I was just writhing on the ground in pain. I crawl myself, I forget if I crawled myself there or if somebody helped me. I think it might have been you who helped me.
Yeah, I helped you too.
He helped me to the nurse's office, and she puts me in a wheelchair and puts me on the bus. But in the process of getting to the bus, James, the man you met tonight, his trifling ass kept making jokes to the point where the fucking nurse, who's paid to give deference to our suffering as students, is pissing herself with laughter. This man is barely able to keep a stoic face out of respect for me, but I can still see it is taking every fiber of his being to not while out.
Oh, that's hilarious.
This man is hitting me with everything. Gimpy, peg leg, LeBron James. He's like, oh, white boy can't ball.
That's hilarious.
You know, he really was like, oh, if the title matched the movie.
That's funny as fuck.
Oh man.
When I tell you that those next few months were just like a slog of just jokes and ridicule, it was terrible.
Oh, you deserved it.
Now,
You deserved every
this is
second.
not where the story ends. I forgot about this. Flash forward, it's like June 30, like 20 something, 30, whatever. I have a graduation party. I only invite a handful of people from Conrad because they're the only people I really give a shit about. And lo and behold, they come with a card that says "Practice makes perfect," and they hand me a bag. And in that bag is a fucking basketball. A fucking basketball that says, and I quote, "Click clack is how the ankles crack." It is at this point I throw this at Jaquan's head, miss.
No, it was yo, you did this. And I think it hit James.
And I keep this as a reminder that despite my friends' care for me, they will spare no expense, none, at using my misery for a joke.
Hashtag The boys will be boys.
Can I tell you something, Evan?
What?
I think you deserved everything you got.
God damn it!
You should have let
I'm clipping that and putting it on YouTube.
But think about it this way. At least it wasn't in the digital age that we're in now, because you would have been all over TikTok.
Yeah, bro.
Bro, could you imagine?
You would have been famous overnight.
Your ankle was cracked. You would have been on Ellen, bro. That's
Shoot.
insane.
Your ankles cracking may have been a freaking Mortal Kombat. It will blow.
It'd be like fucking Sniper Elite when the fucking.
Oh my god, bro. You got lucky. In all honesty, bro, you got lucky.
Yeah.
That's why if I was ever one of these kids in those videos, bro, my life would be
you would have been at
over.
the pinnacle. As soon as your ankle went, it'd have been faded to black, and you would have clink, wasted.
No, bro, slow ass fucking falling would have been perfect with that wasted. Just clink.
Oh my gosh.
How about the time I got hit in the face with a volleyball?
It doesn't beat the time that Dan got hit. Oh my gosh.
What?
Shout out to Dan Hate.
What happened?
Daniel-san.
Oh, bro.
What happened?
But
I feel that.
Tell the story.
the time that we were in, a lot of people got hit in the face with random athletic sports balls.
Right.
Gotta make it real specific, not Pacific. Specific.
Reading is fundamental.
It is.
You know what I say? I love saying that when I play people in Yu-Gi-Oh! And they don't read my cards.
Reading and grammar, because punctuation makes a difference.
Yeah. What's your opinion on Oxford commas? I'm pro.
I think it's cool, but at the same time, if you are going into college and your thing is APA, there's only so much you can do with, well, no. Actually, yes. If you're doing APA, Oxford commas. Teachers appreciate that. In the professional world, I guess do what you're gonna do.
Because no, I think like that's the type of nitpick that only like English teachers care about.
Yes. But
Blanco is anti-Oxford comma.
yeah, no. But also,
Well, we
pro cursive.
So we agree she was stupid.
No. She just had preference.
What?
Can I get some?
Yeah, the wine's in there.
Yeah.
Sure.
And it has a cap. So you lied to me.
He wants some here for.
Oh, you're talking about it's in a beer bottle? Oh, I didn't realize I had that. I don't know how adult it is. Drink it at your own risk.
Dang.
That still smells like
Yeah.
wine, bro. Oh my god, I can't.
But yeah, I will never call a teacher stupid because everyone's intelligent in whatever way.
You're
But-
very right. Stupid was a poor choice of words. Ignorant would have been a better one.
Yeah, and she went through the trial of college as a woman. Does not matter whether it's a white woman or anything, to go through college as a woman, where I feel as though in the classroom,
In the 1800s, yeah.
I can't. Anyways,
She was classmates with Charles Darwin.
I would never in all my days. My goodness.
damn. You can't touch me.
But the power of God.
You can just drink out of the bottle and give a shit.
I don't give a fuck if this is fermented.
You know,
or not.
they say that lightning goes
tastes
through
like
windows.
I told you, I don't know how old it is, bro.
Bro, I'm just saying, because sometimes wine just tastes like shit, bro. So all I'm saying is, I don't give a fuck if it is fermented or if this is just how it tastes. Fuck this wine. That's all I gotta say.
That bad, huh?
Yes, bro.
Dang. I mean, it is what it is.
Fuck them cultures. Them fermented cultures. with bacteria.
But yeah, getting back to Dan, anyways.
Tell a story.
Basically, I don't even know where the ball came from. All I know is it flew. I saw it flying, and before I could even utter the words, Dan, watch out, it already made contact with his face in Rocky fashion, which it was a slow motion event for me, for some reason. I got to see the spit, the contact, the ripple, all of it. It was, I don't know why it was.
Our buddy
slow
Dan
enough
played
for me,
baseball for our
but
school and got rocked. Got millie rocked by a fucking baseball.
My bad. I said baseball. Basketball.
Oh, by a basketball.
Yeah.
That's better though.
Yes, that's way better.
That's way better. My girlfriend got hit in the knee with a fucking baseball.
Oh, I've been hitting the knee with a baseball from a pitching machine.
Yo, it's the worst, bro.
I'm talking little leagues, and you have to just limp off to first base. So that's an automatic ball. You get hit, it's just like,
yo, bro, but bro, I can't run. What do you want?
Can I just go back to that wine for a second? I just want to say, if I had AIDS or like a crippling disease and the only fucking cure was to drink a cup of that wine, I would die. I would rather die.
I feel as though you would drink it begrudgingly.
No, bro, I would actually choose to die because of the disease instead of take another sip of that wine. Like,
What the fuck is it?
bro, I'm telling you right now. I'm just saying, if that's how it tastes regularly, and I just like threw out half, like a little bit of wine, fuck me, I guess, but fuck that wine even more.
What the fuck?
Wow.
So,
God.
that's all I had to say. I'm done. Yeah, fuck.
So, our resident Solomoneer.
I mean, I can't even defend. I don't really drink wine. It's not my thing.
I don't drink at all.
I don't drink wine or beer. Well, most wines.
I wish any place was open.
Wish any place was open.
Yes.
Like
Not like a bar. Not like that.
a liquor store.
Like, no. Like any fucking place in Delaware is open now aside from bars and a goddamn gas station.
Main event is.
What the fuck's going
Walgreens.
It's got laser tag.
Walgreens just
In an
goes.
arcade.
on? Yeah, but don't they close at like 1? It's a Sunday.
Well, here's the
Well,
thing.
actually, it's Monday.
Most reasonable people would assume people have to be at work in the morning.
Well, yeah, that's the problem with places other than cities. Go to a city. Who gives a fuck if you got work tomorrow? We're open. Tell me I'm lying.
You're not wrong. I'm not gonna lie to you. Especially like you go down Maryland and you have 24-hour service all over the place.
Everywhere.
Like
Even like a bumblefuck like Rising Sun.
just random
Just be like, oh,
Waffle
shit.
House.
What's up?
Still 24-hour service.
We should go to a Waffle House after we hang.
I'm sorry, but
Is that
I'm
where
still
is that where you
on
have
my
to,
personal protest because people keep hyping up Waffle House and it is
I've never
not like.
Here's the thing.
Don't get me wrong.
They'll serve you no matter how drunk you are for a cheap ass breakfast.
Can I-
That's why they hype it up.
Can I be
Yes.
honest? I've never been.
Okay.
I went when I was really little. It was an event.
I've been when I was young. I've been when I was in my late teens. I've been as a 20-year-old. And each time, the consistency, I would say, yes, the waffles are good. I will give them that. Nice, buttery, melt in your mouth. As long as they are absolutely fresh out of the griddle, which in most cases they are
improperly
going
cooked.
to be. Yes. And I've had them in restaurant and delivered. And obviously in restaurants always going to be better because they have to rep inside. But all that aside, the overall experience, I go in there and people are like, yo, Waffle House, yeah, that, don't even at me. I'm just like, no. Yes, the food is okay. The waffles, yes, they do slap.
Is the food cheap? Yes.
Yes.
That's fine.
Fine. But the overall establishment, when the employee doesn't even want to go into that bathroom, I'm not going in there.
I'll piss outside.
Yeah.
I'll piss outside.
Honestly.
Like, I will have shat in my pants, like unwiped ass, like drop a dookie on the tree outside. I'm not going to that fucking
I
bathroom.
do not care about employee banter. I completely understand. I've been there in retail for 5 years, and I completely understand that we have our
coping mechanisms.
Yeah, especially office talks. Goodness, but yeah, nah, I can't even. But basically, it was just the fact that they were like, yeah, no, I'm not going in there into that bathroom. F that. That's going to be on whoever is the next shift. I'm just like, what? I'm just like, I saw one of you just get in here. Just like,
here's the thing. I like Waffle House for that reason, because I like messy bullshit and people watching.
I don't know.
but
I think
I don't like the
it all
people watch.
depends.
Like I'll go. Me and Mariah will go. Like we'll go and just at like 2:00 in the morning.
How
Fuck her.
fucked up am I? It all depends on how fucked up I am. Because now listen, I ain't never been there, but it sounds as such, right? If I'm fucked up and other people are there who aren't associated with my party are also fucked up, but like they're messier and they're more funny, like bro, I'm gonna be living. I'm gonna be like, yo, watch this nigga. That shit was funny. Eat the fucking waffles and shit. But if it's literally just me, no one else in the motherfucking store, me and my people, and then like nobody else, the employees are fucking talking shit behind our back, this, that, and the other thing, and then like, bro, I'm gonna instantly think like, I'm gonna be killed. I'm gonna be killed. There's nobody that's gonna be here that's gonna try and save my life. Like, you got minimum wage workers working for like $4 an hour, if that, plus the tip we're about to give them.
Bro,
and then
listen to me. Listen to me. The motherfucking Red Cross. The fucking Red Cross.
Yeah.
Who do you think they follow in terms of like how bad a situation is in an area?
Crack open.
Do you think they think the local government, the federal government, nonprofits?
You said Red Cross?
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Oh, FEMA too, not just the Red Cross.
What are they?
Do you know how they gauge how bad an area is?
How?
How open is Waffle House?
That's not good.
You know what makes
If Waffle House is closed, they
they
bring all the money and resources. Because Waffle House has a no water menu.
That's crazy. Think about that.
That's true.
They have a fucking no water. When fucking like Houston was underwater from flooding, Waffle House is open. They had a no water menu.
Good.
It's like, yeah, nah, we don't have no water in here.
Doesn't happen.
But we got sausages and grits.
It's like what you use to make them grits? Milk.
Butter.
It's like
How you watch the things? Don't worry about it.
we use this new dry powder technology.
Hey, scrolling through Instagram. Here's something interesting. Illinois becomes first state to ban police from lying to minors during interrogation.
That is highly. Yes.
I would have never thought it would have been Illinois to be the first people to do.
Bro,
Chicago.
Got
it.
Here's something even more interesting. I never thought that was a position in the first place. I thought it was illegal to lie to a minor.
I thought it was
interrogation.
It is illegal, but
Only in fucking Illinois.
Yeah, but to say.
It's the first state.
Yeah,
it's not federally illegal. That shit is legal.
Yeah, no, I'm about to
everywhere.
say it's illegal to be interrogating a minor by themselves, but
They don't give a fuck
exactly. It's not going to be enforced now that it's actually enforced now, at least in one state. Now people are going to start chilling out.
Okay, here's our interesting question. God, I can't talk. Let's say your child, if you ever have one, or let's say, God forbid, I'm not wishing anything upon your kid. Like,
I'll kill a cop that harms Landon.
No. But I'm saying, listen, hear me out.
I got crazy white boy privilege. I'm
like,
Gucci.
this is live.
Listen. Hold on, wait.
Like if
say that,
a cop ever touches a hair on my nephew's head, on your boy's head, I swear to God, I will sever a pig's head, put it on top of him, and crucify his ass.
Color. Notice ours.
Exactly.
We're not saying shit.
Exactly. I got the here's the thing. I got the fucking privilege to say this. I swear to God.
Don't you come back out there. We do not condone.
No. This is all me. It's all me. It is all just me. Look at my pasty ass skin on this back leg.
Can I finish my goddamn question? So let's say your child.
I'll steal Zabuel's Canchala and fucking beat the ass to death.
So anyway, like I was saying, nothing to do with that. If your kid or your possible kid or whatever grows up and he becomes a real delinquent, like a criminal and shit, and
I'm gonna beat his ass.
Wait, hold on. And they want to interrogate him for a crime. It's nothing like murder or anything, but like he stole something. They gotta interview him. Do you give the consent? Yes or no? He's not facing like jail time, but like a huge fine, something like that.
It depends, honestly.
Like he
Because
did that shit.
I know he did that.
Do you know the Do you know the temperament of the cops doing it? Do you know if they Do you know if they're doing this to scare them and kind of get them into like a better shape, or are they doing it because they like hate black people?
Well, I don't think it's as simple as the last one, but like it's a whole bunch of shit. But anyway, I think, let's say they seem well-mannered. Like, they have a good temperament. They might scare a little sense in him, but it doesn't seem like they're trying to get him.
To be fair, the only way I am going to consent of not even just my own child, like any minor in general being interviewed, is if there is another mature of age person in the room who can be, wait, you need to back off a little bit because you're stepping over. This is a child.
Yeah.
You're going at them like they're an adult. You need to understand there's certain
lines you can't cross.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a question then. Would you want like a guidance counselor or somebody there as like a child advocate to be there on behalf of the child in case the investigators like start asking too many like confusing,
like a lawyer?
Yeah, exactly. And not necessarily a lawyer.
No,
maybe a lawyer
and
this type of person.
Yeah, I'm about to say. Yeah.
But like you have to make sure the child is also able to understand. Like if a lawyer jumps in,
I get what you
and then
mean,
at a certain point the child is just going to keep talking, and like the lawyer isn't necessarily always going to stop them because the police are going to start going after the lawyer, which is fun, but it also happens.
In my personal view, I feel as though a child advocate, like a
social worker,
no, not necessarily a social worker. What I feel as though what you mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong, is more someone like how do I put it, like a
community leader.
No, it's like you know, like we have those local programs, like almost like a Big Brother, but it's someone that goes out like one of the programs in the city that goes, they have people that they send out for kids that get out of fairs, and they're basically helping these kids to get basically help these kids to adapt to regular life after whatever they did, to get them out of trouble, not to get back into what they just got out of.
Right.
I don't know. I don't think I agree necessarily with that. Only because I have seen time and time again where those types of workers have failed the children in the sense.
Well, part of the problem with that, and the reason why that happened, is an overwhelming amount of social workers are white women with savior complexes.
And also, no. It's more so there's no oversight. And when the oversight is there, it's never enforced.
Yeah.
Because there's multiple occasions when people should have followed protocol, but the protocol wasn't followed, and it either resulted in a child dying or just continuing to be abused. So I don't know.
That's fair. I can respect that.
I'm saying more so like a separate subsection of the judicial system that allows, that like specializes in child advocacy, knows when the interview is going too far. Cop can't try to intimidate the kid or try to intimidate this person, and they're an objective third party. They kind of are like a lawyer, but specifically like not a child lawyer.
They're not trying to incriminate them.
It'd be in the sense of...
They're not trying to prevent incrimination.
Sense of like what a therapist is supposed to do, be the mediator.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I'd be for that, actually.
Yeah.
That is, yeah.
I think that would be an interesting allocation of governmental reach.
Well, there are programs with local police departments you can like sign up for and say, hey, can you just give my just show my kid what it's like if you actually fuck up and go to and like get booked and shit.
I don't think that trauma is the best teacher in all cases. You can have like, okay, it's not always the best way to teach a kid how to swim, but pushing a kid into the pool, for some kids, it's like the type of thing you do when you don't really have another option. Exactly.
It's like, do you remember? Do you guys ever watch Drake and Josh?
Yeah.
Do you remember the episode where their parents do that to them?
Yeah, they let them spend the night, and then the
fucking criminal takes them and starts driving them down to Mexico and shit, and they're bugging the fuck out.
Oh, man. Yeah, I do remember that episode.
Yo, one of my favorites is the episode where they have to deliver the cake to like the wedding, and they're fucking stuck on the side. That show was really fucking good for no reason.
I feel like it was Seinfeld for teens.
Yeah. It's like I feel like honestly, like the humor was like not edgy or dark enough for it to work, but it was like it had like that highbrow type of humor.
I think it would have been more interesting if we saw like a Drake and Josh all grown up with their own adult kids.
Well, Drake would be in prison for pedophilia. So.
Well, no, he's not in prison. He's gonna be on probation.
Why do all the people I liked as a kid why do they fucking children? Like what the hell?
I don't
because
know. It's a power thing, I guess.
I don't know.
Shit, I've power complex, but I fucking like bondage like a normal person.
But like more so in
but kids, really?
They know. Well, take like Larry Nassar, bro, the Olympic gymnast, like nigga. Like, did you hear what was going on with that, with the fucking FBI?
Bro.
Did you hear this shit? Yo, listen to this. So you remember Larry Nassar? You remember who that nigga was? So if you don't remember, back in like 2013, 2014, it came out that this nigga from Michigan was like some Olympic fucking like gymnast, healer, supporter, whatever. He was important in the Olympics, right?
He was basically the medic for the teenage girls.
And like whenever they complained about pain, there would be mandatory times you would have to see him depending how close you are to competitions. And he was working with girls as young as like 8 all the way to like
and he
20.
Was molesting,
hold on,
raping.
Wait. It gets even worse. So then all these girls were saying, oh my God, I don't want to go see Mr. Nassar. Or, oh my God, I don't want to go see blah, 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 blah. I think I'm good. I don't have to. Like, I'm not hurting or anything. Like, I know I've been stretching good and shit. Like, trying to come up with excuses. And then, whenever they would not want to go see this nigga, the Olympics would kick him out. And then, like, they would get fucking fines or they would get kicked out of competitions because they didn't want to see this guy.
Because he raped
and
them.
It turned out that he was molesting and raping all of these different girls all the way from 8 to, like, 20. You know that one famous black girl, Simone Biles or whatever? Like, how she's being promoted now? She was one of his victims. Like, it was crazy, right? So then it turns out that the FBI botched their investigation on this nigga. They started in like 2011, 2012. They didn't indict him till like 2014, 2015, right? And it turned out the reason that was the case was because one of the investigators in the FBI who was looking into this dude kind of got in cahoots with him and like was rubbing shoulders and was trying to get a position in fucking Olympics. So bro, like you actually can't make this shit up. And Biden's what's it called? Some guy who reviews cases, not attorney general, but somebody else, was looking over this investigation and was
like an auditor.
what the fuck happened here? You knew about this back in 2011 with other girls that were already saying this shit about him, but you didn't go after him until 2014? Why? And then it found out that one of the investigators was trying to get this job and was trying to get into the Olympics, and I was like, what? That's insane. And it's estimated that between that time he molested or had sexual abuse over 70 different victims. Wide range of ages.
As young as 8.
Ain't that crazy?
That's insane. Like,
if you are that went through a trauma or genetically predisposed to it, or I don't fucking know, I think you should be shot.
Yeah, but I'm not against the death penalty for him. Oh, I was thinking of something, man. Honestly, I don't know why we have the death penalty. At a certain point, like, it doesn't make sense.
It's more expensive to give someone the death penalty than it is to give them life in prison.
You know what I would tell state legislators if I was ever in a federal position? I would say, yo, you know what? We're gonna make it illegal in 3 years. You could prove to us that you do it in a humane and fast manner, and also make sure that every little bit is covered. If there's even one detail that doesn't make sense, we won't allow you to do it. So
They've never been able to fit that standard.
So
ever.
hold on. So you have to be able to prove that you have concrete evidence aside from circumstantial, aside from this. Every which way you need witnesses, witness testimony, people who were there.
Like a picture of like a video of him doing the shit.
Unless it is literally, unless you just caught him red-handed, coming out of the whatever, you cannot put them to death. They have to go on life without parole or life with parole. But in 3 years, if you can't provide us a safe, sanctioned way that companies or whatever, however you do it, don't give anybody PTSD, doesn't make anybody necessarily the worst case scenario. If you can't do that, it's outlawed. And
I think that there shouldn't be a death penalty at all. But what I do think is that I think that there can be state negligence on a reasonable level. Hear me out. What I mean is that
that's hard for civil
let bad cops and child molesters go into general population.
Oh, I think so.
I think that's short of giving them the death penalty. Like that way, it doesn't get like locked up in bureaucracy or anything.
To be fair, I don't feel as though putting them in general population is. I feel like I don't know.
There's no guarantee. They're not going. It's not like they're going to die, but there's a very good chance.
But I'm saying there's a higher chance.
Okay, let me ask you this question.
Like,
I hear you. I understand what you're saying. But what if it's a situation like this, right? So listen, this guy from America and everything, or maybe Canada, starts a cult, right? Regular guy, he's just talking about religion, nothing insane. And then one day, a child is complaining, 3 years old, and I hate to say this, but as old as your son, like, out of nowhere one day, this kid is fucking complaining that he can't go to the bathroom properly. He castrates the kid in front of everybody. And his followers are still with him. He has made everybody fucking, not able to talk to each other. The only person who could talk amongst themselves is the guy. He's the mouthpiece. So boom, out of nowhere he castrates the fucking kid. And he's claiming he knows exactly what he's doing. No anesthesia. Fucking pretty much murders this kid in front of everybody. But miraculously, the kid stays alive. And then out of nowhere, the kid is complaining that he's in pain and shit like that. So as a punishment, this fucking cult leader is saying, hey, you know what? The mentally handicapped person is going to beat this kid until he understands that I am the ultimate healer. I am the alpha and the omega, and blah, 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 right? Fucking kills the kid. Cold blood in front of everybody. Hold on, wait. And this all goes back to what we were talking about, I swear. So this dude is doing these horrible things to people, nailing them up to trees, doing this, doing that, just constantly tormenting them.
Was this Waco?
No, this was fucking the Anthill Kids, if you don't know what that is.
I don't.
I've heard of it.
So, yeah. So they're fucking just being completely tortured. Eventually, they move over. I think a little bit before the kid and everything dies, they fly over to France. And France has pretty much no death penalty. Like, you gotta really be heinous. And I think this was in the 60s or the 70s.
Was this the last person who was killed by the guillotine in France?
So, boom. After a while, the French government take away the kids from this cult. And they were still considered a church at this time, so like they really needed the evidence, but they said, hey, you gotta come up here, like this kid was killed, like out of nowhere. But the followers still remained. And all the kids got taken away that were all this guy's cult leader's kids, so they all get out of the church or cult or whatever, right? And then he did this shit over and over and over again to people where he would like chop off their arms if God forbid they did something, or like if they tried to escape they would nail them against trees and wood and shit like that. And then finally this one woman escaped after failing to escape the first time, and she finally gets him in jail and everything, but they won't give him the death penalty, right? So and then this guy is in general population for like 12 years, right? 12, 15 years. Finally, his fucking cellmate is just like, I can't take it anymore, and kills this guy in fucking cold blood. Like, smashes his fucking face until it's pulp on the fucking, like, what's it called? Bathroom, the toilet and everything. And, like, on the sink, gouges out his eyes, like, just fucks this dude up, make sure he's dead. So you're saying people like that don't deserve a little bit of that? I don't know. So that's why I think we should have the death penalty.
No, I'm
only in the
here's
sense
the thing.
of most heinous things.
But here's the thing: putting them in general population, that's justice by community.
Exactly.
That I'm okay with justice by community. What I'm not okay is a government, one person in government saying you can die, you have to die. In general population, while you are amongst there is a certain level of honor among thieves. There are certain principles in general population.
Well, the only counter to that, and I'm sorry I'm jumping in real quick. The only counter to that is supposedly if you get put to death, it's by a judgment of your peers. It has to be by jury. It can't be by a federal
They
judge.
choose if you're guilty or not. It is the judge that chooses the sentence.
The jury brings the death penalty on the table at sentencing. They go into deliberation after they find somebody guilty, and they say, is this person worthy of life, or are they absent of all rehabilitation and they must be put to death? The judge finally makes the final decision of like, okay, I have to review what the peers have said, after review of what the state has said, it is my turn to make my decision.
So it still does come down to one person's
In that
choice.
sense, it's fucked, but also it gives them a chance at living life in prison because the jury of your peers have already said, we think you should die, nigga. Like, you do not deserve to walk the earth. And there's more times when judges go against the death conviction compared to when juries
Right,
do.
mainly because people will stay on death row for years to the point where like it just doesn't happen. It might as well just be life in prison, and it's more expensive for the state.
Plus, also, I don't support the state or the government to torture people and...
Close Guantanamo Bay?
No. I'm saying more so... it should have been closed for a while, but in state prisons or federal prisons, unless you're torturing somebody to death, they're not going to die in a timely manner. And I don't support torturing somebody to death. I think if you're putting them to death, it should be a quick, painless fucking process. So, if you are not torturing them and they live natural lives inside of these jails and inside of these prisons, then you might as well put them on fucking Gen Pop. Like, what's the difference? If you're gonna treat us all like shit, why is death row a different fucking circumstance?
I feel as though, like, I get what you're saying. In most parts, I do agree. I just feel as though if it's a case like that where it's the most heinous occurrence, then I feel like somebody.
I still say General
karma.
Pop. I just say General Pop, and then somebody from the government slides a couple of the guards a few 50s and says, just once you put them in, don't watch.
But I feel as though there should be a special like subsection where you put those people for a certain amount of time, and once everything is released and all that, finally put them into general population, and whatever happens.
I think it should be a thing of everybody who's being processed and everybody who's still going through trial should be in a separate holding unit than people who are in life for prison.
Yes.
Like,
right, but people who do like actual like heinous, who are actual like violent criminals, aren't in general population. Like they're separated.
And that's what I mean. I
like,
feel as though those people should be put.
Right. Most prisons like have like different degrees of like okay, this person is like these people act good. They're not a problem. They're not a security risk. They're not a fighting risk. They're not a health risk. Yeah. We put them there. And like I know that there's a women's prison over in Ohio that does it, and they color code it by like if you're wearing basically if like you're wearing blue, you're good. You're fine. If you're wearing pink, you're like you on some bullshit.
Well, go ahead.
Yeah, I just feel as though it's simply put it should be like that. It should be always simple. Let these go with this, but it's always more of a situation of let's put the berserker with the small toothpick, and let's just go ahead and let him break that. Even though this toothpick was put into jail for
killing 20 people.
Well, no, I'm saying sometimes you have that situation where it's a stereotypical this mass murderer who's like on roided out and everything gets put in with this guy who may have just been stealing cars or whatever.
Bro, look at Jeffrey Epstein's fucking prison cellie. Did you see that nigga? Pull that nigga up. Pull him up.
Who the fuck am I, Jamie from JRE? God damn.
Yo, Jamie, you kind of look like him too. Pull that shit up.
I've never seen a picture of him.
I just feels like sometimes it's not mixed properly.
You know what Jeffrey Epstein looks like, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Look at this nigga. Look up Jeffrey Epstein, cellmate. This is my favorite part. Look at this dude! Look at this dude! Yo! Look at this nigga! Tell me he ain't pizza! Tell me he ain't roided up! Tell me he ain't exactly what you were just describing!
Exactly! It's just like you just have random cases. Like sometimes, okay, cool. Yeah, sure, whatever. That person deserves it. Then other cases is like...
right there. That one. No, the one you were just on. Yeah, where it's them side by side. Look at this. Look at this. He looks like he works for the Godfather. And fucking Epstein looks like a little toothpick who did some tax evasion shit. Like, come on, bro. You can't tell me that... you can't tell me that's fair. Like, yes, I understand what he did to children. He deserved whatever he got. And, like, yes, he deserved him as a cellmate. Good that they did that. Yeah. But, bro, come on. Look at that dude.
That's what I mean, though. Sometimes it's like, okay, whatever. But other times it's like, fam, why are you putting this person that literally could have been framed with all the people that are legitimately here to do their time, and there's no getting out, so there's just whatever rules, I feel like, at this moment.
I just say, like, what if there was a prison that was just like an island on the ocean, and it was just like
Stone Ocean.
like
Alcatraz.
but it's literally just like there's plenty of food, plenty of resources that we put to keep by the government, keep you alive, but we don't monitor shit. We're just making sure you can't leave.
So Alcatraz.
Oh, but no, there's no building or nothing. You're just like there. This is a fucking island.
So if anybody gets struck by lightning, they're all like, "Whoa!" That'd be funny as fuck. Imagine if there was a way to do that. Like you put a fucking Tesla coil right in the middle of a place that
Like
always has thunderstorms, and you're like, "Bro, you're all dying. Here's a great way."
like a fucking like mouth like trap, like a fucking moth trap.
Like that's the place you put like Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees, all them scary.
Like they ain't gonna come back
yeah.
for round 2.
We're like
All
fucking.
right, we're an hour and 15 minutes. It's 1:15 in the morning. You've got a wife that's probably pissy at you. Ain't home
She
right now.
is asleep.
Like,
I guarantee
ain't
it.
got nowhere to be.
I'm not the Dos Equis rep, but I guarantee it.
So,
You get oh god.
well,
All
this
right.
is fun.
Yep. Toodles, y'all.
Hold on, wait. We gotta do the socials. Jaquan, where can people find you, bro?
You don't give a shit, do you?
I mean, if they want to follow me on Instagram. Instagram at GianJahan.
How
My
do you spell
bad.
that?
Gian_Jahan. JIAN_ZHEHAN.
He took Chinese in high school and really liked it.
10 yen, sir. 10 yen.
Y'all already know. Check me out on Instagram at no.2. That's no.2_Brian, BRIAN. And on TikTok, no.2 Brian. No underscore, spelled the same exact way. I'm simple.
If you ain't already following on Facebook or Twitch, please do. I appreciate you. If you ain't subscribed on YouTube, please do. I appreciate you. I'm on Instagram at Haggard Innovations. Thank you guys very much for listening to this decrepit ass podcast we did while high and tired, and y'all are drunk.
Have one
Only
last
on
thing.
CBD.
You have one less thing to say?
Only on CBD.
I know what you're about to say.
Only on
I know what you're about to
CBD.
say. I'm gonna punch you in the dick after. Oh, but I know what you're gonna say, so fucking say it. God damn it.
Only on CBD joints.
Say it.
You should end the
Say it.
podcast right now.
Say it. I know
You
what
should
you're
do that milestone once you get a really high number. Hit them with that Facebook. That Facebook photo bomb.
You weren't gonna say what I thought you were gonna say.
No, of course not.
Hey.
I was like, he thinks it's gonna be really bad, but I'm going to really lowball him, and he was like,
That's what I thought he was gonna fucking say.
Hey,
Nah.
and as the last thing y'all should remember about this podcast,
I'll punch you in the dick.
click clack is how the ankles crack.
I'm killing him. Bye.
Nigga.